So we have Chris Beagley and JJ Spink on the Tracy table here, Tracy Village. And Travis and Shannon on the NT Able table.
Sort of. My mate in Adelaide reckons Johnny H should never be allowed to commentate on netball matches ever again.
You hear everything you're saying?
No, I can just hear words here and there. It's only when the music stopped and then you can hear it. But when the music's going, it's all good. You can't hear anything.
It's pretty good. Smashes on the private jar. What do you know?
Yeah, I reckon. It'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Yeah, but what does it do?
Thank you for the 60.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah. Come on in, team.
The semi-finals are a race to 8. Good luck, all players.
All right, mate. Okay.
Thanks, mate.
Sure, someone knows.
Someone like the coin.
You're going to call in?
Coinage.
Oh, we're correct, sir. You'll have some coin this afternoon, don't worry.
Yeah. All in 20-cent pieces. Heads, mate. No worries. Play well.
Where's Jane?
At the bar. Last time I saw it. There he is. Just about to get cracking.
Alright, ladies and gents, semi-finals time, and we are going to focus on Chris Beagley and JJ Spink. Now, I think it's probably it's gone up a frame each round, so I'm going to guess that it's race to 8. It is race to 8, Dan's got on the screen. Oh, why didn't you do that against me? I've got to say it early. I've got to say it early just to get it off my chest. And I can tell you now, if you've ever played in a tournament and the guy that you've played against, you know, he played pretty good and you felt, not that I played well, but if you feel like you played okay and you just, you know, and then you go and watch them, you know, the next round and then they just chop up, it gets you really upset. So my advice, don't do it. Don't think about it. It's a nice little shot there from Beags. It wasn't as straightforward as it looked. Used a bit of side pushing first. Big chance to clear up early. Would have liked that white ball to pull up just a touch shorter than that, just so he wanted to be really straight on this yellow that's just to the left of to the right of the red. I mean, he should still be okay, but it would have just been a straight out stun shot clearance. Now he's just got to bring this back a bit because he's going to want the angle to transition to the ball on the bottom cushion. Now, does he have the angle to just get down for this last yellow? I think he does. Slightly hamper queuing, but shouldn't pose a problem. Well, he's going to take the ball over the middle first, so he obviously doesn't like the angle that he's got on the red, so he's just going to reposition. Played it well. It looked like he was going to lose control there for a sec, but it's pulled up quick enough for him. So stun off side rail, doesn't want to be straight on this yellow, he wants angle to come back down the table. May put a little bit on this just to pull it off the rail, so come off the rail and then back to the table. So he's actually tried to put a bit on it, but he's got into it too much with too much top. Still goes the corner, I think, but he's hit it soft, and well, maybe, look, hard to know, but maybe it wasn't super clear, like full pocket, or he's just decelerated on that soft rolling. May look for the extraction here on the red on the rail. He's got through it a bit too much. In fact, I don't think he even played for it. I think he's more interested in clearing this black and giving himself a bit of breathing space. So if he clears this black up the rail a little bit, I think he's actually left the double maybe. Yeah, this double is definitely on. There is enough gap between the red and the black for it to pass to the middle, so a chance for Beags here. A little bit slack from JJ to not make sure of that a bit better. And that has gone straight in. I'm not sure what number seed JJ was, but I'm going to guess he was 4 because he's run into me in the quarters, which means I was 5, so that makes sense. Beags won that. I'll be interested to see if JJ takes a bit off the break because we did both discover. Yeah, he took a bit off it. I think the balls are breaking better, like a ball to the pocket, even though he hasn't got one. I think they're breaking better when you don't full power them. Although I remember Beags pretty much all weekend has just hit the cover off it, so he cares nothing for the soft break. Meanwhile, you can see Travis in the background. Looks like he's looking good to take. I don't know if that's the first frame or second. I'm going to say it's the first. And once again, Beegs a chance. Has this yellow on the side, right-hand side cushion that is a problem ball. May actually, I'm surprised he hasn't played the ball on the bottom left, sorry, and maybe gone for an extraction. Oh, he's missed that badly. He's fluked it. But look at the white. He's actually, I bet you he's filthy he's fluked that. Without a good safety. But we're going to see the white ball in a very similar position to what is now. He's just going to run off the left-hand side of this yellow and get a snooker. So we're not going to see a lot of action in this shot. It's just going to be basically a containing shot because he's landed nowhere. There you go. Has left a path to the red top left, but JJ can't pot it. He definitely can't get enough purchase on it because the cushion's the way to play it in the top right-hand corner. Could potentially play it off the red that's higher up. So maybe cut it off the red. Even that, actually, I don't think it's there. I think it'll catch the yellow. Yeah, he's tried to play that shot. Now remember, folks, I'm not going to tilt and get upset about how he's going in off and making mistakes. That's not who I am right now. It is an amazing game, though. It's hard to be, you know, consistent as, you know, high-level consistency from match to match. But that's what separates the top elite players from the non-elite players. It's just that level of consistency they have from match to match. So Beegs has immediately just said, this is my biggest problem ball, so I'm going to promote it. And then I should have a pretty basic run out. Still needs to be a bit careful. And that's a good shot. So the path here will be ball in the left middle, that's sort of in the middle of these three. Then he'll take the bottom left. And he'll want to be as straight as he can be on the ball in the middle next. And then so that way he can just drop it in and play the yellow down the rail for the transition to the black in the right middle. So that's the path. So you can see here he's trying to land as straight as he can. However, even if he doesn't land straight, he can come up and down off top cushion and just land behind the yellow. So it's not too bad. I think that's not, it's hard to tell whether he can just drop this in or he might come off the top rail here. The way he's queuing it up, it looks like he might be going to try and drag it, is he? Yeah, he's trying to just drag it in. He should be okay here. Just a little thinner than you wanted, but should be able to drop it in. Might have to play the black in the left middle. He's overcut it as he has. Tricky spot this for JJ. He may just play this red and just screw back behind the other red. Just play a safety, get a snooker. Yeah, that's what he's done. However, this up and down, I mean, we've got a perfect view of it. It looks like it's pretty much there. Don't think that red's in the way. It looks, and if he gets the pot, he's got a shot on the black in the middle. So I think the up and down is the shot. I think it's worth the risk. And you can just see now he's lining it up. Situations like this, you'd like that red out from the pocket a bit more because it's deep in the pocket, you've actually got less surface area you can hit. So it makes the shot harder. He's actually missed that by a fair way. And his son's not happy about it. He's letting him know. He's saying, Dad, that was no good. He probably can't hear it, but he's having a meltdown about that shot. Good opening pot there from JJ. Still got a lot of work to do here. He's got a red that he in the bulk area that's just to the left side there near the yellow that he needs to get neat on, and these two balls on the right hand side are kind of covering each other. So he's just got to, this next couple of shots just got to be neat and give himself a chance to probably use his his 2 shots effectively where he just promotes a ball. That's no good. Well, as I said that, it's pulled up nicely. Looked like it was going to go into the red. Overcut, and suddenly now this out's tough. Don't think he's actually got much here. His 3-ball plant is tricky. Could actually play red onto black and kill the black. No, he's taken the 3-ball plant on. I actually think the red onto the black might have been the shot there. Just kill the black dead on that top rail. Obviously, if you get that, the risk versus rewards there, but it was pretty low percentage. Now, I've just ordered a meal, folks, so I may mute myself here and there just to have a bite. Oh, that's a bad miss from Beags. So JJ's going to get a let off, but he hasn't played a good shot either. In fact, may not have a good pot on. Well, he's been pretty lucky with the white there. But Beags did nail a double last frame. It was similar to this. The other one was a bit closer to the cushion, but it was the same pocket. Missed it. I should remember playing in my match against JoJo. I think I played the worst double that has actually ever been played in the... Yeah, it was that bad, wasn't it? Worst double in the history of 8-ball worldwide. Maybe universe-wide if they've got pool tables on Mars, because it was that bad. Oh, that has actually ducked in a mile. I think Beags is forced to take the ball over the hole here. Oh, he's on the black one we're talking about. Whoa, nearly got lucky. Won't be happy with that. This is cuttable. It's tough, but it is cuttable. So there's been a lot of errors this frame, a lot of let-offs from both players. And that's wow. And that actually right there, folks, just shows you that these tables are not buckets. You've got to hit them good. You catch that jaw a bit thick, and that will go in on a lot of tables, believe you me. So JJ mops up the error of Beegs. 1-1. So Beegs has gone the old, I'm just going to smash the cover off the white break. Pot's a ball. I still am a firm believer on these tables that the medium post is taking a little bit of power off the break, seems to be working better. Looks like Beegs has gone for the I guess it's sort of a shot to nothingness, whereas if he misses the pot down the road, he's going to get some coverage. I think he's going to play for the double next. Unless he can get through this. Well, he's missed that by a bit. Oh, as I say, he plays it off the yellow. He's got Angley to chop this in the corner, get that bad red off the side cushion, I think. I can actually see the table here. It looks... I think he's going to be catching the left side of the red, which might not help him. Yeah, that's why he's taking the double on instead. And it looks like Beegs has been to the doubling school of Jay Stevens, where you miss by 4 foot. I really do think Dan should make an example of me with that. That was that bad. You really should grab that shot, Dan, and just make the caption how to not double. He missed the cut by a mile. JJ tries to play safety, but he hasn't been successful. But I tell you what, he's just accidentally covered that red. He's had a few decent rubs, I think, JJ, with how the balls have landed today. That's not me being sour. It's just something I did see, but it's what happens when you're doing well. Things go in your favour. I could be wrong too. That red might pass, but I don't think it does. Actually, it definitely doesn't pass the bottom left, and it doesn't pass the bottom right. So he's going to have to deal with it. Now, can he get through to this red to the bottom right? He's down pretty quick, so he can obviously hit it. Missed the pot, missed the cannon. And JJ's balls aren't amazing. Doesn't really have an opener, I don't think. So he's going to need to maybe play a safety. He wants to open up these two awkward balls and then send the white ball to the top right hand corner. Sorry guys, I'm just smashing down some food real quick. I'll be with you shortly. Good chance for JJ here. I actually think he was trying to run through for the yellow in the middle there. Would have made transition to the rest of the clearance much better. But now he's got to play for it after this yellow. I just decided to leave it till later. This is getting a bit tricky as well. Black's not basic. You've got to get behind nicely if you want to just pop it in the middle. So let's see what he does. Wow, he's missed that by a bit. And this quality of match, I won't lie to you, hasn't been awesome so far. Both players making a lot of errors. This is trickier than it looks. I don't think he can just drop this in. I think he's going to play for the cannon on the red. He has. No, he's gone past. That's a nice shot. Has angle to run through and just pop it in the middle, but he may play for the double, depending on how he feels about this shot, but you can see him lining up for the middle. Looks like he's got angle to come off the top cushion on this. Yep. Well, nice shot. Should actually drop this in nicely. These sort of shots, you're actually playing with drag, and it just kills the white, kills the pace on the contact, and that way it gives the pocket the best chance to take the pot.
It all helps too.
That break, balls went everywhere, but they've all clustered up and landed quite nasty. Not sure if there's a 3-ball plant on here or even just a 1-ball plant, sorry, because you don't want to play the yellow onto red onto yellow. If the yellow's on, then you just play the red onto it and then you can be on the other yellow on the cushion, but to me I don't think it's quite there. Actually, I can see the table, it's not set. However, he could reverse it, so if he actually plays this closer to the cushion, he'll miss it. Oh, he hasn't even played, he's played a safety. I'm just looking at that angle. I think if you hit the bottom side of the red as we look at the screen, you could reverse it. So at the moment the natural angle's taking into the left jaw, but because they're really close together, he probably could reverse the angle. But even JJ hasn't even entertained it, so maybe I'm way off the mark. Let me just get right behind it so I can have a look. Oh no, it's actually going really, really wide into the jaw, so I don't even think you can reverse that. You might be able to reverse it at dead weight pace, but if you give it a bit of pace, it won't reverse hard enough into the pocket. So it's a good shot. It was more a shot to nothing slash, well, even if I pot this, I know I'm not clearing, I've just got a choice of balls. Just catches a yellow. So Beag's on reds, and both players have got the same issue, and that's that the two balls in the top right hand corner, top end of the table. Fire really doesn't favour either player. They've both got to deal with it. I think if anything, the reds have the better way of dealing with it, and that's purely because of that ball over the left centre. There's not really anything in the vicinity of yellows to be able to deal with it. Beag's has gone the containing. Has left JJ this ball in the middle. I don't think he can play it off the red and get enough purchase on it to open up those two balls. And if I'm Beags here, I'm not against popping that red up over the hole, the top left hand corner. Hasn't even looked at it. I'm a bit surprised about that, but however, having said that, Beags is pretty aggressive. He probably doesn't want to put balls over holes, he likes to pot out. But to me, the more soldiers you eliminate, the less options he's going to have. So I don't understand that. Why has he now decided to do it after eliminating two balls? Jeez, he did that bad. So I'm trying to... What was the reason for that? Maybe he just wanted to clear one side of the table. I don't really know. I would have just done it straight away. Maybe he was worried about JJ playing the yellow down to the bottom left-hand pocket that's over the middle and getting coverage. Beags can have a bit of a dip here. Just needs to get his shot right. He's just played a containing. Covered the black. Tried to open his red up a bit. JJ might play this to the top left-hand corner and try and get over the hole. That's what I would do here. He just says, shut up. I'm going to miss this in the middle instead. I'm actually quite surprised of how many misses I'm seeing this frame. It is hard not to get tilted, but I have no right to be tilted with how I played. So Beags now with a good chance. Played a very good shot there just to promote this red. Oh my God, what am I watching? This is like watching me. Beags has just like put his hand on his chin going, what just happened there? I will actually promise you this. So this score is 2-1. I promise you, at some point in this match, it will just accelerate in level. The level won't stay this bad from both players all match. There will be an increase in a level. Both players too good to not do that. That's a good shot. Does need to just draw this back a bit though. Just a touch. I'm actually interested to see whether he's going to play the ball in the middle after this and try and play the cannon, but he wants to hit the black low side so he gets on that last yellow, but another ball missed to the middle. Just there's been a lot of balls missed to the middle this match. Pretty sure Beags was playing on the left-hand side of that red. Landed dead again. It's been a strange match this. There's not really any dominance. There's been quite a number of missed pots, positional plays gone astray a little. Look, I know this sounds really silly, but it's really quiet in this room, and I mean morgue-like. It's dead quiet. No one that plays pool in tournaments regularly likes quiet. None of us. We like loud noise, but constant noise, where it's just atmosphere, and you just you can kind of settle in and get into your rhythm with that background noise. When it's really quiet, it only takes one noise and you can hear it, and then it's hard to settle. JJ went for the can on the black there and missed it. He's still got to deal with his black now. That's not bad. You can go up and down here and try and go inside the black, but a bit left-hand side on this. He's got no. He's found the gap between everything. A bit of a smile on his face. He's like, "Yep, yeah, I'm good at that shot." Still has a chance though. This is pottable, bottom right corner. It's tough, but it's gettable. He's missed it by a fair way, and Beags will have an easy mop up to go 3-1 up. Shot, so 3-1 to Beags after he pots this black. So, what we've seen so far, a fairly error-ridden match. As I said, I do believe the standard will increase, but it's just, look, honestly, I don't know what the reason for it is, because I thought JJ was pretty solid. First match, he potted pretty clean. Beags, didn't see. From what I saw, Beags was playing pretty good too on the other table. Travis 4-1, giving Shannon a lesson early. JJ wants reds here and there's none available. He's going to be forced to take yellows, but reds are really good. He just doesn't have one. Horrible feeling this actually when you come to the table after someone dry breaks. You think, yes, I'm straight to the table, and then you want the reds. You can't get them, so you're forced to take the batter of the 2 balls. And knowing that if you actually miss or don't play a good shot, you're probably going to get cleared up on, because the reds are all just cherry ripe right now. So I'll be interested to see what JJ does with these bottom 2 reds. So, honestly, I think he's just played for a little bit of a result there, because he's just kind of clubbed it in and thought, oh, I'll just try and get down here somewhere and see if I can get some movement. And look, got a land that works. He's got a pot. He can get to the right side of the table. Missed by a fair bit, and Beggs is a chance, but he has got the white ball in an area where I don't think there's a really easy opening pot. Unless this is a bit easier than I thought, this ball on the left side, but it looks fairly thin. It was thin, but he's negotiated it very well and landed. My God, how stiff is that? He's landed probably the only place that you wouldn't want to put it on the table with your hand. But don't take this the wrong way, folks, but Beggs may be a fan of the Chinese, because he does Chinese snooker himself a lot. Misses that pot. Was difficult queuing. And JJ's still faced with the same problem as what he had the first time he had a visit to the table, and that's that he's got these awkward yellows down the bottom end of the table. I don't know if he's got angle to do much with them. Well, I think he's got like a 2-ball plant here, and then he needs... The white ball's going to be running away from the action. Needs a lot to go right here if he's going to attack this frame. I think he's tried to pot it direct. He's found the in-off though, unfortunately. I think he's tried to pot it direct and go up and down the table, but just caught the yellow, hit it a bit thick. So Beggs a chance to extend the lead here, 4-1. Should get these. I don't know if you just cast your eyes on the other table there as well in the background, but Shannon just played a really nice shot. Pot a ball off a yellow in a corner and promote his other red over the pocket. So once again, Beggs has said, okay, here's the ball I don't like the most. I'm going to get on it straight away. If I just roll this down, I've got automatic position on the ball near the black. After he screws off his ball in the middle, apparently. So done all the hard work now, Beggs. Really simple stuff now. And 4-1 is looking on the cards. JJ makes a comment, it's easy with 2. And that's because he did it in 1, but that might have just been a quick, this game's easy with 2 shots, just to let him know. Bit of gamesmanship maybe.
onto that.
And once again, that last little bit of stream was sponsored by Golden Lights Incorporated. So JJ's gone the soft break. Wow, he's tried to pot a couple of balls in the middle, didn't go. He's popped one though. He's found a, why can't I count? He's found a red. I think he'll be happy with reds. I don't think he'll take yellows here. Only the trickiest one's the one that's high of the middle pocket on the right side of the table. Didn't play for the ball in the bottom corner here, even because he's forced to play it now. Would have preferred to play one of the balls more centre table first. But that's a lovely little cannon that, because now we can just drop this red in and then he's on his difficult ball and you'll be right behind it. Now if he's going to play this off the yellow, he's just got to be careful the yellow doesn't flick in the path of the red that he's going to play next. And he's cleared that well. Having said that though, it might have got in the way of the other one. I thought he was just going to drop it in and play for the ball on the cushion next, but I still think maybe we'll have to play the ball down the cushion. This is actually, I'm behind this. This is fairly thin. He'll be okay with it, but it's fairly thin. I mean, I'll tell you what, he will have a chubby over that result. You just saw him line the cue up. He kind of wants to be on a stun angle to stun at the centre table for the black in the same pocket, but I don't think he can kind of land there, so he's opted for the longer pot and offside cushion. He's going to be doing a bit with the white here, so this shot is missable, but he's played it well. Didn't want that cannon though. I think he was trying to slide past the black. Now, where does this go? It goes in the middle, but it's thin. Don't think it passes to the corner. May play the double. It definitely goes in the middle, past that yellow, but it is really thin. He's just caught the yellow. It did go for sure, otherwise he wouldn't have played it, but he's just not quite cut it thin enough. So this is the sort of thing you want all the time if you're like 4-1 up and you're just feeling pretty good on the cue. You just want a mop up. Now if this yellow doesn't pass the black, he'll flick the black out, but I'm pretty sure it passes, so I don't think he'll move the black off with the yellow off his shot. He did check it, so if he plays it off the black, well, it'll tell us that it doesn't go. Okay, so it obviously didn't go because he's decided to clear it. Well, he's played for the ball on the right there, hasn't come back far enough, so he may still play it, but I think he's going to play the ball top right. He's actually had a look at it. He knows it's the ball, but he's tried to talk himself into it, but he knows that he's just a bit thin on it. And that's not ideal. He's just actually losing the wide here, Beegs. He's off the angle. He's going away from the pot he wants to be on every time, so this could get hairy. Yep, there you go. That's what happens when you fall out of position. It gets worse and worse and worse. I think he can get through to the potting angle. I'm not sure. Either way, it's a full-blooded commit shot. There we go. What's he doing here? Maybe he can't get through the potting angle. Travis Crawley has given Shannon a belting 6-1 so far. Yeah, obviously wasn't on. He's actually tried to get a good white then. I'll tell you what, it's a big effort. If you had actually got that white ball on the top rail, it would have made a nice tough pot for JJ, but... knocks it in. So a big let off there, because that was a... I mean, when you've got 4 balls all on separate quadrants of the table, and all you've got to do is keep the white ball sort of centre table and just keep knocking them in, that's the sort of stuff that you kind of practice a bit. Beags will be pretty filthy with that. But 4-2 up, still has breathing space, but 5-1 does sound a lot better. Sorry folks, so Beags has under hit the red and given JJ an in here, because the red's definitely the better balls. Don't think he's quite land on this red, but he's got the transition off the middle, so he can just draw back an extra, I don't know, 30 centimetres is probably all he needs from where the white is now. Should get these, JJ. He's, as I said, he's been killing it, right? He's been playing it right, but today, this match, he's just made a few basic errors, but this one's I do expect him to get, providing this red is on clean. Just got to be careful because he's going to catch the yellow, so he's going to make sure he doesn't land dead. Once again, another little delicate shot he's got to play here. He can't leave this red. Probably not going to get on it much better, so he may as well take it. Just got to be careful of the yellow. Played it well. Still work to do though. Transition's a little tricky. If you can actually draw off this to the high side of the table, perfect, because then you can obviously just drop that yellow in, that red in the middle. But it looks like he's going downtown, and he's found the jaw. That is not ideal. May see him dig into this and try and clear the pack in the middle of the table. Just get to the bulk line area. No, he's missed that by a long way. So problem area for Beags, obviously, he's got a yellow that's being blocked by another yellow on the left side of the table, so he'll try and deal with that as soon as possible. Doesn't have enough left-hand side on that shot if he wanted to cannon the yellow, but he's good here. Looks like he's got a beautiful angle as well here to just stun back to the left side rail. Yeah, beautiful shot. Oh, has he found the draw and done a woodsy? No, he's got up quick off checking that, so he's okay. Would have liked to have been a lot straighter on this so he could draw back a bit. He's just got to play this pretty delicately. No, he's overcut it. I'm actually wondering what he's played for there, whether he's just tried to land straight on the yellow, because it doesn't go in the middle, so... I'm more tempted to just drop that in and play the half ball long pot. Oh, JJ's got to be feeling sick. These are the shots earlier on in the day he was just not getting wrong. He was really crisp with the white, but he's just lost his way a little bit with the white this match so far. There's a long way to go. Look at this shot, big effort. And that right there, that shot that JJ, that's actually what makes this guy really dangerous, because he just doesn't care about fear. Like, he just takes it. If he recognises, you know, I've got to pull something out here, so he just pulls the trigger on him. Never hesitates. Good attitude to have. Good shot from Beag. I can guarantee a lot of learning players that have actually rolled that in and thinking I need to get, you know, like better on the yellow, but you want to pull the white ball back there, so you've just got a natural drop in and a natural position on the black. I don't even have to do anything with the white. So 5-2 to Beags, and this is looking a little bit dangerous now for JJ. I've just got to run off to the gents. Folks, be back shortly. Sorry about that, folks. I think I've just arrived in time for Beags to miss a clearance. So, problem ball for JJ is this one on the side cushion. However, if you can get the white ball, let's just say a foot to the right hand side of the black, he's got a nice angle on that red to just cannon the red off the rail. That's how I'm sort of looking at it. I dare say he's going to mop both these balls over the hole because he might use the ball over the cushion on the left side to get position on it next. So that black spot, just high of that, is probably where he wants to be with the white. Oh, he's missed. He's actually played for the ball along the rail. He's actually played for the clean pot. Nothing wrong with that either, by the way. But he's just missed the pot trying to sacrifice position. And honestly, there will be a lot of people watching the stream. Half of them would have gone, what are you talking about? Just play for the ball direct down the rail like JJ's played for. And some of them would have said, yes, I prefer to play the cannon. Is there a right or wrong way? Look, the cannon is probably not the better way. I'll be just straight out and say it. I probably got it wrong. If you can get right behind that ball and pop it down the rail, you don't have to play a skill shot on the white. It's a bad shot from Beags as well. It's just ridden error this match so far. Hasn't been any, good clearances and dominance. So now he's got this angle for a cannon. It's a free shot really, because even if he doesn't get it and goes past it, you can play it down the rail as a shot to nothing. So it's win-win really, this shot for JJ. Wow, he's almost found the in-off. He just looks up thinking, I think he's like, he knows that wasn't well executed. Just thinks himself lucky that he didn't go in off. And he's back in a sort of similar position as earlier. He's got a shot to nothing. Does want to pot this though. A lot of people go in or over is fine, but it really, the thought process should be in. So it's sat over. And the reason I say it has to be in is because if Beags gets a decent snooker here, where he can block the up and down with the black, he's not even going to do it. He's just going to take this on. Surely he's going to play a snooker here. Now he's checked to see if the up and down is a possibility with the black in the way. I think the problem is he's got to hit it so soft that he won't find the line for the up and down with the black, so he will leave the up and down on. So he's taking this on, I think. No, he's playing across it. He's going to play the snooker. Honestly, I think that's the right shot, and he has blocked the up and down with the black. So we might see JJ foul here and push the yellow to the red and try and get it nice and tight. Oh, and he's accidentally popped the red. Thanks, Dan. Dan just said he wouldn't have done that with me. He would have landed perfect. Look, a lot of people are going to go, oh, what do you do that for? What a bad shot. But honestly, if he doesn't get that tight, then he leaves a chance for a kick out. So I don't blame you for trying to get it tight there. He's just overhit it a touch. But 6-2 is fairly one-sided scoreline. I think actually both matches are fairly one-sided. I think Travis is still having a strong lead. What's the score on the other one? 7-1 on Shannon. So yeah, both these matches very one-sided. And at the moment, it's looking like an all NT affair final because you got to remember Trav's originally from NT. Oh, 7-3, so Shannon's clawed a couple back. And Golden Lights Incorporated just getting another bit of advertising. Nice shot. I should think he's got a good angle here to chop this in and play for the ball in the middle.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, good shot. Oh, he's actually, he's landed badly. Just tried to hold that white for the ball in the middle. But now he's got himself into a bit of a strife here. Trav just used his experience there and just played a little run-off shot. Look at 100% designed to keep Shannon under pressure, 7-3 down. Can't make any more mistakes. Travis's balls are out in the open. Is this?
The mic's got that one.
Oh. So Travis just plays a foul and he's just, as I say, keeping Shannon under pressure. And can't actually see the table now because obviously Shannon's down on the shot and he's covering some of it. It's a nice pot. Now he's giving himself an excellent chance to get these and go 7-4. I believe the score was 7-1, so he's... Oh, it's a bad shot. I would love to see Shannon just slow down a little bit, but I think he's a rhythm player and he likes to play at speed, so it's what you're comfortable with. But he's not really left Trav anything easy here. I don't know if he can play yellow off yellow. The angle of the camera makes it really tricky to tell that it's there. I don't think it is. Alright, so here we go. What's wrong with Beags here? He's not happy because... He doesn't want the yellows on top, he wants the official reds.
I'll say you look at him straight. Look at him.
That doesn't even bother me, that stuff, but he looked at it all confused, so. Now he's going to pot 3 off the break because the red's on the front. Big break, he finds the ball in the middle off a crazy cannon, and I think he's going to take reds though, especially if that one that he's closest to goes to the left corner past the other red, which I'm very confident it does. So the transition from top end of the table to middle to bottom of the table is really nice as well. These link together beautifully. So this is a great chance for Beags to go 7-2. What a shot from Travis in the background if you saw that. He plays a full length double. And he's got his last ball over the hole. Beags lands on a 5-cent coin. And there's finally some people starting to turn up in the place now as we close in towards the grand final. If you're from NT and you've been here all weekend qualifying, whatever, and you've just decided, nah, I'm going to stay home and just watch the stream, get down here and give these guys a bit of atmosphere, you know. If you were playing in the final, you'd want that, so, you know, show some respect, get down here and support the league, support the venue and support your local association and give these guys some support and some atmosphere to playing. So Travis has done the business and he's into the final, and honestly, going off what I've watched so far, he's probably favourite. Now Beags wanted an angle to get onto this bottom rail ball next, because then he can just drop the red in the middle and the easy black in the corner. But I don't know if he's got an angle to come down to it off the one that's to the left of the two. Could potentially screw back off the side rail, but it requires more accuracy, so he's going to play the other one because it does have the natural angle to come down. Got to be careful this yellow. He's just decided to not do anything crazy. That's a lovely shot. Doesn't have to do anything with the white now. Maybe like just a touch of left-hand side just to make sure you don't go anywhere near that yellow that's on the top left-hand side of the table. And but you do want to travel high, like you want to travel to, you know, middle table here and give yourself a nice straight shot on this black. So, oh, he's actually played it with running to try and help the ball in. I really would have played that with just a trickle of left-hand side and just let the angle come up a bit wider. Don't have to worry about the pace as much then. It's harder to judge it when you're playing with running and using a cushion as well. Alright, now is JJ going to play for an extraction, a double or a snooker? Because he's got all three options available to him with that ball on the cushion. Missed the pot, giving Beags an easy opener for the black position, and it's just incredible to see the contrast in the level of play from JJ here. Jeez, I don't know if he meant that. I think he's just hit it a bit thick and the white's travelled sideways on him. I think he's tried to do that thin to come from the corner, surely. I don't know if this is on easy to the middle. We're going to find out in a sec, but he has played for this as a genius shot, but I think he's got to go corner. He has, and he's missed it. Wow, I actually thought that was missing. Do you reckon that come in a bit? Do you reckon that just might have come in a touch? I think he was missing that. But I do remember a shot actually earlier on in one of the frames where it was being played to the top left-hand corner and it ducked in, so it would make sense. Actually, that makes no sense. Should have come out further. We have no logic in the game of 8-ball anymore. It's all a schmozzle. So, Beegs on the hill, heaps of breaks to go. JJ would love a break and clearance here just to feel a bit better about himself. He's cut breaking. Oh wow. Oh, I've got to give him a spray. People that listen to me commentate know how much I just dislike the cut break. Which is really funny because you'd think I'd like it because it can produce tactical frames, which I'm not afraid of playing, but no, I think the cut break should be outlawed from the game. Should be a foul unless you hit the top wall. But I think he's JJ. So you know what, I'm not potting as good as I have been. I need to change the rhythm of the game. I need to slow it down and just try and get a tactical frame going and get some rhythm back and not let Beegs freewheel too much because he's on the hill. Dan's decided Beegs has already won this match. He's put him on 8 already. Dan's prediction is Beegs wins this frame. This is why Dan wants me here. He wants me to pick up all the errors. The OCD in me just kicks straight in. But I will say Dan's done a good job with the spacing of the naming. He's nothing overlaying the... we need someone with a really long name just to cause you some grief. We need Tim Alphabet back. I still can't even remember the spelling of that name. So do not be prepared for a quick frame, folks. This is clustery. This is deliberate from JJ. He does not want an open pot fest. Yeah, this is going to be a push around grindy affair. It's going to be ugly to watch for a bit, but just enjoy the shot selection. And if you're at home and you're trying to figure out a way to stay a shot ahead or to win this frame, what would you do? Bit of a nothing shot that from Beegs because he hasn't really advanced his position. That yellow had to come off the rail a little further. Yep, okay, not too bad, but hasn't really done much to help him. I'm just going to pop a link up in the chat if you guys want to donate to CueballTV to help Dan cover some expenses and continue the equipment upgrades. Feel free to just click on that link on your screen and it will take you through a payment process. Any amount is much appreciated. I can now see the chat too, guys, so if you want to ask any questions or whatever, I'll be happy to answer while we have a bit of a lull really in this match, because there will be a bit of pushing around and attempts to manipulate the balls in better positions and try and gain an advantage. Beegs is pretty obsessed with that section of the table there where he feels that it's a good area to leave JJ. It's twice now he's done it. See, if I'm JJ, I kind of want to open these balls up now because his balls are definitely better. Beags has said, you know, I'm done with that ball over the rail, over the pocket. You can have 2. Now, will JJ play the plant and just open these up? He's got 3 ball plant, nothing goes, but it's just to open them up and give himself a chance to make the clearance. But he's going to take the long ball, and I think, and try and get into the black here. No, he's just tried to open him up, and it couldn't have landed worse, I don't think. I don't think he's on that red. Yeah, he's got a total. It couldn't have landed worse for him, in fact. So he's going to now be in stay alive mode. I think we'll see Beags run this ball down the rail, try and get a hard white. Hasn't quite got the white through far enough. Wanted it touching the red, so there was no available pot. I think he can get through to the potting end of the ball in the middle. Could be wrong. I am often. No, he does have the angle there. It is available, but it's what he does after that is the problem, because that yellow Beags just play is presenting multiple problems. And if you wanted a fast frame, well, bad luck, because that's just going to slow things right down. It's a good shot, really, for JJ to stay alive, but honestly, I think he would have been happier with it sitting lower, so it was available in the pocket, because these yellows aren't straightforward. Beags hasn't gone in a lockdown mode, just getting good, safe bites. Good shot there from Jade as well. It's just a containing shot. It doesn't really create too much advantage, but just keeps him alive. One more shot. Thanks to Bottle O Brod for your $10, buddy. Not sure who that is as a real person. Bottle O Brod put in $10. Right there, mate, in front of your eyes. I don't know why people actually don't use their real name for this stuff, so we can give them a big cheerio. Gee, that couldn't have landed worse for JJ there. He's in no man's land with no pot on. Unless he can get through to this 2-ball plant, he might be able to flick this red onto the other one. The white ball once again is going to be kind of travelling into an area that isn't ideal, right side of the table. So now this frame is opened up, so the safety, the clusteriness is pretty much gone now. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Dan's playing, I don't know what that was, but it sounded a bit ph.com to me, but alright, Beags, big chance to close this match out now. Oh, just decelerated on the shot. And I know all about deceleration, folks, because I think I played the deceleration shot 1 in 4 shots, maybe 1 in 3. Is that a good thing? No. Yes, deceleration is a word, shut up. We use it all the time here in CueballTV. Lovely pot there from JJ. And this time, should not make an error. Just needs to make sure that yellow left of the black does not come into play with the white ball positioning this shot. And well, he brings it into play. A little bit, he was a little bit jumpy and edgy on that, but I think he's all right. He's cleared it. When things are going horrible for you and you just sort of playing a shot like that, you always catch the angle where you're not going to be on the ball. It's a horrible feeling. So 7-3, JJ stays alive with his cut break. I'm going to bore everyone to death break. That's a very large break from Beags, and he's just said, thank you very much for putting every red in the middle of the table where they're all just linking together perfectly and I can go game and win the match. This is what anyone in the world wants when they break, is a spread like this. Just had a question regarding whether Big Guns is going ahead this year. I do believe it is, barring some stupid COVID lockdown. It has been scheduled. I can't remember the date, but it is later in the year. And it will be at Slate in Geelong, as opposed to where it's been at Bar 8 in the previous year. So there are some calendars floating around as well with various pool events on them, so if you do want to know the dates, just track one of them down. Nicely cued there from Beags, and as I say that, he's gone too far. I think he's still okay though, he's got the left side one, but he would much prefer to be on this right side one. Oh, and he's on it anyway, so he's okay. I think. Is he on that or not? Well, he's lined up like he's not, so... Looks from here it's on. Like I'm looking at the table, I'm right behind it. It looks on to me. So I'm not sure what the hesitance is. So, he's basically got two little stun shots to play now. Oh. Just tries to get the crowd involved by pretending to snook himself, but he hasn't. And then he decides to make this black probably 3 times harder than what it needed to be, but he'll get this still anyway, and he will win the match. So, final will be Chris Beagley versus Travis Crawley in the final. Once again, we will kill this stream and we'll come back at the scheduled time of when that's due to start. Which, go to the CueballTV website and look at the final link that hasn't been aired yet, and you'll see the time. And just remember, there's a half-hour gap for you guys in Victoria and AEST compared to what there is in Darwin. Cheers, guys. We're back later.
So it takes that.
Yeah.
Well, 260 Travis wins, right?
Oh, back to Bigs.
No worries, mate.
Easy, bro.
Yeah. I get interesting, eh?
Oh, they're old foes from way back, so yeah, just trying to recoup some money. under the house, chili, you know, as you do.
I should have poured it in earlier.
Chili. Of course it is. Of course it is. That's what Kenny does.
I've got about this much left from when I jar it up in November.
I used to make that out. Thanks for that.